Alrighty, it's April 6th and it's time for Comments X. Well, many people will be doing Good Friday. I'm still kind of confused about my days. So before, the comments, we'll be doing the comments and they'd be for the day prior. Now the comments are for the day coming. It's right now, it's like about, it's just about 4 o'clock in the morning. So most people will get this during the day, sometime after 9. You'll be watching this, and where before, if I did it in the evening, if I did it around, let's say 8, 9 o'clock, you wouldn't be getting it to the next day. So this is where the confusion comes in, and particularly if you've done a 24-hour, if you've gone for sleep without 48 hours. Sleep deprivation starts to set in, and I've been doing this on a weekly basis. I've been doing this sort of all-nighter thing for about 3 to 4 weeks in a row, where one night every week, basically instead of having a 7-day week, I have a 6-day week, because on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday morph into one day. And I've been doing this for 4 weeks straight, and it kind of messes with you a little bit. But I think the more you get used to it, you can sort of adjust the things, and that even kind of mess things up. Like I was watching one of Cassandra's videos this week, and this is from VEDA. She was with, I think it was her sister's birthday, whose name was Anna. But I heard her say Hannah, and I guess in my sleep, so I wished the person a happy birthday. They said thank you, but it wasn't Hannah, it was Anna. So, but that's sort of where sleep deprivation leaves you, and it does make it difficult to sort of think of what to say on here, even though even when you're wide awake sometimes. I see that some of the younger vloggers out there who are just starting off with YouTube, some of my younger friends out there that have sort of I've walked by and sort of seen their videos, they're having a hard time either ending it or knowing what to say while they're talking, and not sound, I don't know, boring. And the thing is, boring is a relative term. You can't always be jumping around and yelling and screaming, and just hanging out and talking is pretty cool too. So if you're hanging out and talking with me and like hanging out and talking with me, there's no reason why you couldn't post a comment video here, and we can sort of have a comment. We can have a conversation via the video chat back and forth like this. It's sort of like a leisurely chat. It's not immediate, so I'll say something and then you respond in the video below, and then I'll respond a little later on for that, and then even if it's just a hello, hi, I stopped by to say hi, just passing through. That's what I do in terms of some of my typing, where if I'm just sort of passing by a channel and I just stop by for a bit to see what's going on. Sometimes there's nothing, they haven't done any video, but if they've done a video, I'd say hello, or sometimes even they haven't done a video, I'll stop by and say hi anyways. That's I view my existence on YouTube to be somewhat of a cross between a virtual and a real existence, where I'm sort of, I call my moving around YouTube it's not as exciting and adventurous as surfing. So I'm not actually surfing. It's more of a leisurely stroll. So you go out. Imagine yourself going out for a walk. The place you're going around walking to, and the Greeks call it the volta. To go for a volta. The volta is a nice leisurely. It's a stroll. It's not a brisk walk. You're not. It's not necessarily for exercise. It's just that you're going out to walk, and along the way you stop and talk to people, and you chat, and you have a bit of coffee, and you sit. It's nothing serious. It's very laid back and leisurely, and that's kind of what I do here on this YouTube channel. is a very leisurely stroll, walk around, saying hello, and I have a variety of different interests. It's not just one thing interests me, but my research is now sort of moving off to its own channel, so I don't have to do the research here as much as I did before, because right now things are moving off there into the other channels, and this sort of leaves this area blank. So I have to find things now to talk about because the research is moving off. But I do have other interests, and this is sort of like I had been doing the same type of clicking around, we call virtual traveling or virtual presence. I had done that in Japan. What I mean in Japan, I didn't physically go to Japan, but I started surfing the websites in Japanese from Japan, and I made friends over there. You know, clicking friends, internet friends that we met, but didn't necessarily know who we were physically, but we sort of knew each other online. Got out of that for a bit, and so that was a dry period there. So I now have friends here now that I go around, and sort of people that I go around and say hello to, and stuff like that. It's not the type of friendship where you're over their house every single day. I think maybe we call it it's friendly in nature, but it's more of an acquaintance. Somebody who you'll go by and see, and you'll behave neighborly to them, but you're not there moving in. You're not there in terms of, you're not their BFF. You're there sort of hanging out and saying hello. And some of this, for me, because I don't have any particular group that I hang out with, and in terms of when things get older, and I've seen this from some of the friends that I've talked to on YouTube here, some of the YouTubers that I know, have sort of felt it a necessity to come out and say what their sexual orientation was. That doesn't bother me. Whatever that's your own personal choices there. And my thing is that, and this is true whether it's for a boy or a girl, I'm not a sexual person. I don't care about sexuality, and so even though everyone loves Shane Dawson, I find his stuff just yeah, you're old enough, you're 19 now, you're old enough, you can use these words. Fine, funny, but it's not funny to me, and it's also not entertaining. I find the ones I find entertaining, the ones I like, are these girls with these really quirky attitudes and personalities. They're weird, but I like the weird. I like weird, and I don't care. Not care. I actually like some of the purple hair. I like some of the it's called they call it emo hair, but it's actually a Japanese Lolita, a Harajuku style. I like that kawaii Harajuku style, even if it's got a goth tint to it. So I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I like in terms of being a geek and everything like that, I'm supposed to like and have action figures like Luke Skywalker from Star Wars and all these other things here, but that's not my particular thing. I like the dolls like Moxie Girls. I think Monster High is pretty interesting. So when I see videos of girls sort of describing this stuff, I see that that's kind of interesting for me. But then again, I'm also still watching as I'm doing my work. I'm watching Lizzie McGuire, Zoe 101. They're still on, and I have them in my video library anyway. So even if they're not on, I can always go into my video library and watch it. But I watch what is it? iCarly's, Victorious, SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents, all the what they consider to be the kid shows. And the argument is that aren't you mature enough to start watching some of the more so-called mature shows? But most of the mature shows that I've seen, and I've seen a large chunk of them, I keep going back and sort of people say, you got to try this one. But most of the shows that I've seen that people say, I recommend, this is a better show, it's much more mature, really doesn't have anything in it that I would consider to be more mature in terms of what I understand and know about physics and what I know about science, and this includes behavior science and behavior analysis. If we're talking about the show Criminal Minds, but there are a lot of flaws in the show Criminal Minds in terms of how the behavior science is done, and I can point out the real flaws in there. And I'm the type of person that, if someone says to me, oh, and we get into a discussion, and this is where the discussion usually ends, and my kind of hanging out with these people kind of ends as well, because they'll sit and talk about the maturity of the show, and I'll go, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, and by the time we get to the end of it, it's like, Daniel, I don't think we're going to be watching TV together anymore. And that's usually how it goes. The best time I have watching TV is when I'm watching TV with little kids. That's the best time I have watching TV. The thing is, when you're hanging out with particularly the under 14 crowd, it's not about status. There's no issue on status, and as long as you're a nice person and it's about just you're not being an idiot or a moron or using trying to show how mature you are, and bringing a lot of these adult references that a lot of the older kids are using. This is the over 14 crowd who feel the necessity to show how much more mature they are and introduce the new languages the new language they understand and the new words that they have in their vocabulary. As long as you leave that behind and not really care about that, then the hanging out with the younger crowd is not an issue in terms of what you want to go and see and stuff like that. It can be kind of interesting. And as you kind of, for sometimes you're stepping outside your comfort box, sometimes it isn't. Anyways, I will be seeing you more on YouTube in terms of the Big Bang Theory RL. I will see you on my other channels that I've got around. More channels are coming up, more shows are coming up. Right now we're in a lull because one whole chunk of stuff has moved off, and this way I almost forgot about this, and I do forget about things. And that's the Bass Institute channel. I was supposed to have a show up, a segment of the Adventures in the Library up on Wednesday, but that didn't work out because there is a problem, a glitch got into YouTube's video editor, and what I was expecting to edit never ended up showing up. So I'm going to try again on Friday and put together the segment. So basically Wednesday's segment is going to be Friday, and then it'll be again Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays will be the postings for the Adventures in the Library. I will be sort of attaching to my Goodreads profile the Bass Institute channel, in addition to the Cyborg Alpha V1 channel, where Big Bang Theory RL is. Big Bang Theory RL is the main show that's behind the scenes, and then everything else kind of grows out from there. Anyways, that's that for the Bass Institute. I've covered everything else that I need to sort of, or that I can remember at this particular point in time. And so I will see you, particularly for people who are doing VEDA, I will see you tomorrow. No, I'll probably see you around the end, and I'll stroll around. I'm going to start my clicking now. Alright.